In the shadows of time and in the echo of the unknown, the words of Baba Bunga resonate like the augurs of a predetermined destiny. His vision, which transcends the barrier of centuries, unfolds before our eyes in these turbulent times. There is no escape to destiny, and what has to come will manifest with the weight of truth and the splendor of revelation. The blind witness of the Balkans spoke in her time of what would come after her departure. Her enigmatic words, often misunderstood, have been the subject of various interpretations. But 2025 is seen as the year in which humanity will witness the fulfillment of some of its most disturbing prophecies. At the dawn of a new era, the name of Donald Trump resonates strongly in the labyrinths of the foretold. The shadow of the disease rests upon him, weakening him not only in body but also in spirit. Some say he was referring to an attempt at murder. Others say his health will hang by a thread, threatening to change the course of the political history of the United States and the balance of world power. Meanwhile, Europe is in turmoil. The great civilization that dominated the world for centuries enters an accelerated phase of decay. The economy, the migratory crises, terrorism, and internal conflicts tear the peoples apart. The population ages and the roots of Western culture crumble. It is not only the end of an era, but the birth of a new one, where the center of power is no longer in the West. The fragrance of war is felt on the horizon. Peace is only a mirage, and the drums of the conflict resound strongly in European lands and in the rest of the world. Syria remains the epicenter of an endless conflict, and Western and Eastern powers face a clash of ideologies and ambitions. War is not only physical, but also digital, psychological, and economic. The world tears itself apart in its insatiable thirst for domination. The global economy collapses as if a titan of clay crumbled under its own weight. The economic crisis that is coming will shake even the most powerful countries. Devalued currencies, sunken markets, and millions of people plunged into poverty. A new order is sought, but the road to it is full of suffering and sacrifice. A new disease arises from the unknown, the pandemic of sleep. An invisible plague that steals the vital energy of those who suffer it. Extreme fatigue, sudden fainting, inability to carry out daily activities. The health system collapses, productivity falls, and the world enters a deadly lethargy. Humanity struggles to wake up from an unprecedented biological nightmare. The sky is illuminated with the arrival of the unexpected. Humanity is no longer alone. A contact with beings of other dimensions or other worlds is revealed. It is not a peaceful or necessarily hostile encounter, but it transforms forever the perception of existence. Governments try to hide it, the masses fear it, and religion is shaken. The certainty that we are not the only ones in the universe changes forever the structure of human thought. The earth is shaken in its bed of pain. Earthquakes shake the United States with a fury never seen before. Extreme heat devours entire continents, while in Asia and South America, torrential rains and hurricanes unleash chaos. Nature claims what belongs to it, and man, arrogant and blind, pays the price for his arrogance. The balance of the planet is broken and survival becomes a daily challenge. But not everything is destruction and despair. In the midst of adversity, humanity advances. Artificial intelligence reaches unimaginable levels, becoming an ally and an executioner at the same time. Medicine takes gigantic steps, with transplants of revolutionary organs and cures for diseases that have so far been incurable. The doors of immortality open. But what price is humanity willing to pay for this? The prophecies of Baba Babana are not just warnings, but reflections of a destiny that is in the hands of those who walk on earth. History is not written in stone, but the signs are everywhere. Only those who can see beyond the veil of ignorance will be able to prepare for what is to come. The awakening of humanity is near, but not without pain. New leaders and social movements will rise up that will challenge the old paradigms. Resistance to change will be fierce, and many nations will debate between oppression and freedom. Ancestral knowledge will resurface, and some will find in the teachings of the past the key to surviving in the future. The exploration of space will accelerate in a desperate attempt to find a new home. The missions to Mars will become more ambitious, and the human being will begin to tread more frequently the moon and other celestial bodies. But in the vastness of the cosmos, there are secrets that we are not yet prepared to face. The line between reality and fiction will blur. Technology will allow immersive experiences that will confuse the human mind, making the virtual and the real intermingle to an unrecognizable point. The dependence of artificial intelligence and digital systems will increase, but with it, the vulnerability to technological collapse will also become evident. The fight for natural resources will become more intense. Water, clean air, and fertile land will be the most precious goods, and the conflicts for their control will intensify. Humanity will face the inevitable truth of its own fragility, and many will understand that the only way to survive will be a return to harmony with nature. Despite the chaos, a light of hope shines on the horizon. Those who manage to adapt and evolve will find new forms of coexistence. Resilient communities will be forged where knowledge and collaboration will be the key. In the most unexpected corners of the world will emerge focuses of spiritual and scientific rebirth, giving rise to a new era of rediscovery of the human purpose in the universe. And so, humanity faces its destiny. Each decision will mark the course of history. Each action will resonate in the coming centuries. The time of revelation has come, and only those who know how to listen to the echo of prophecies will be prepared for what the future has in store. But fate is not sealed. There are still paths to travel, decisions that can divert the trajectory of humanity. Those who understand the warnings and act wisely will be able to write a new chapter, one where darkness does not overcome light and where hope, even in its fragility, prevails. In the hands of each generation lies the responsibility of sculpting the future. Humanity is in a crossroads, to follow the path of destruction or to find a path of renewal. Balance hangs by a thread, and only those who act consciously will be able to tilt the scale towards a future where harmony and wisdom are the pillars of a new civilization.